All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. Let me speak to you here just for a moment about the dynamics of preaching. Here in America, we have been conditioned, and I mean extremely conditioned, to be able to hear, not only to hear, but to receive things what we call a certain way. And it's amazing, it's remarkable and amazing what happens to our spirit that if any time a preacher or someone does not come to us in the way that we expect them to, we point the finger at the preacher for delivering a message, but we do not realize that the offense lies in us. Let me give an example. I'm a Hebrew, okay? And it's obvious that my understanding and my comprehension is somewhat different than yours. I have been reared in America and raised in Christian culture, but I've had to come out of that. I've had to come out of that, and I've had to use the many places that I've traveled. I had to use more than anything the scriptures, and I've had to use the original from the scriptures in order to come up with the intent of the Most High Yah. There was a woman whose daughter was grievously vexed with the devil. And the Messiah said to this woman who came to him, listen to me very closely, and you can find it in Matthew, the 15th chapter, start at verse 20 to get it in context. Now, mind you, this is Jesus. This is what we would consider be a meek, lowly man, but hardly any of us ever expect to hear him rebuking and reproving, but yet it's all throughout the Gospels. He was very harsh on the disciples, very harsh, very serious man. And there was a woman that came to him from another nation, and at this time, Jesus was not ministering to people from other nations. He was only ministering to his people. Y'all understand that? You comprehend that? Let me give you a hypothetical situation. Say I'm the Messiah, and I live up here in this region, and these people wanted to come to me because they heard of the miracle, the signs, and the wonders, and they wanted to be healed. And I just flat out tell them, there's no way that I'm going to take the children's bread, and I have all my family behind me over here, and give it to all you dogs. All you people are nothing but dogs. You know what would happen today? The type of mindset we'd have if we heard someone talking like that to people? Why do you think it's any different today with those of us who have been ordained ministers of the word, and we have the company power, the signs, the wonders, and the miracles that follow us? Why is it any different when we speak harshly towards you? Now, I've got a question to ask you. Are we really truly speaking harshly towards you? I'm going to ask you a question again. Am I really truly speaking harshly towards you? Because remember, if you're not offended, you're made perfect in love. I'm saying a key word right there. If you are not offended by anything that I say, these words, then you're not made perfect in love. And I get that all throughout the scriptures, because the woe is on the ones who always get offended. Now, I know that perfect love casts out all fear. Don't get me wrong. I know what the word says. But when Jesus said to this woman, it's not me. It's not right for me to take the bread that I come down. I'm the bread of heaven to come down. And I came from my people. You know what I mean? And I come to give my children the bread. Most of us, we never read it like that. We never comprehend it in perfect context. The woman didn't respond the way that we have, and I'm going to say this again, a bunch of these Jezebelic, rebellious women today. That's the reason why I talk the way I talk a lot of times, because I want to be able to hit a spirit. Because you think about it, Those of you who hate me, I really don't have anything against you whatsoever at all. I am trying to get at something. I am trying to get at something deep down in the heart. And it's also a test and a trial to see if you have the humility to really truly hear what's going on, or if you're going to pay more attention to the offense that communicates in you. Because if you pay more attention to the offense that is communicating you when you hear me say certain words, it's easy for me just to take my AR-15 and go win this whole city than to win you. Because you have become pre-programmed to think and hear a certain way. Again, let me say this again. I don't know many of you. I have no personal vendetta against you, but I am a minister of the true gospel of Christ. And that's why you think you come listen, because I sound different. I talk different. I live different. I act different. I think different. I preach different than anybody you've ever heard. The ideal is to begotten you by the gospel, but by the word. The woman responded to Christ and said, of a truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from the master's table. You know what he did then? He humbled himself, and he's already humbled. And he says, you know what? This has got great faith, people. You know, y'all Israel, y'all hear me? This person has great faith. You see the difference? He started off by calling this woman a dog. How many of you would like to be called a dog today, especially you females? When he saw how she responded, then he could actually bring her on into the kingdom. He could actually give her what she came for, because he's watching how she responds. I'm going to say this again. I'm trying my best to communicate with you as best as I know how. You may not like how Pastor Dow talks. You can't deny that I'm a man of God, filled with the Ruach. You can't deny the miracles. You can't deny the signs. You can't deny the wonders. You can't deny the lifestyle. You can't deny the truth and the word that I preach, because I don't preach like these people out here in this world preach. Pay attention to what's really truly going on. You're looking at a black preacher in a racist town that doesn't want him, that has a diverse community, people from all different ethnic backgrounds. And the ministry worldwide is able to draw people of every tongue, that means every nation. I don't care if they're Hawaiians, Australians, Africans, Canadians, Americans, from the Netherlands, Switzerland, England, Germany, France, Mexico, Puerto Rico. I don't care who it is, and from anywhere. They call American Indians, Alaskans, way over there in the Philippines. I'm serious. Iraq, India. Listen to me. There's something going on with the Straitway truth. And those who have the ears to hear, you need to actually go back and look in the word, see how the prophets talked, what got them stoned, because they talk like the American preachers that you used to. They said something, because a lot of people had the same attitude that you have when you hear the word. Well, Pastor, I just don't like the way you talk. They didn't like the way Jesus talked either. That's why they stoned him. And they didn't like the way the prophets talked either. Israel stoned every one of them. It's not the fact of the matter that they didn't tell the truth. They just did not like how they said it. There are people in the islands now that are contacting me. I think you ought to pay real good attention to what's going on. I hope you don't miss the intent of what's really going on. I do pray for you. I really, truly do. He that have ears, let him hear.